Shalom. Shalom. Happy Sabbath, people. Hold on. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. It is the Sabbath, right? Don't let nobody trick you. It's the Sabbath. How's everything going? Today's class. Hold on. Shalom, sis. Happy Sabbath. Grace, Craven. Hey, Judas had spiritual power, and look what happened. You guys might be like, what is he going? What is he talking about? Right? We're going into you could take this title many different directions. Many different directions. Shalom, Daniel. I haven't talked to you in a while. Shalom. But look, we're gonna take it into humble down and quit all that boasting. You really ain't You really ain't right? And this is inspired by, a lot of individuals I've been seeing the last couple of weeks, like personally and online, like just boasting, and some camps, like you watch them and they just be boasting, right? Oh, my leader did this. If it wasn't for my leader, we fed what they say, the Haitians, the Levites that was down at the border. We fed them. If it wasn't for us, they would have died. We did it. Feel me? Make sure. Yeah, that you're in that different time zone. You got that, what, 3 hours? Yeah, it's like what, 1 o'clock out there right now, huh? But yeah, all praise for Danielle to be with us on this. She's on a different time zone. But yeah, man, let's talk about. I got a couple. I got a lot of precepts. Might not be able to get through it all, but we're gonna get the point across. Though we're gonna get the point across. Judas has spiritual power, and look what happened. But just imagine. I heard this brother the other day say, he was like, imagine. He said, imagine if a camp today, or a certain or individual. No, let's just say a camp had spiritual power. What you think they would do? They would be boasting. They'd be like, "Yeah, we got spiritual power. We them guys. We got spiritual power, right?" they'll be with their phone out. Get your phone out, brother. We just healed you. We just healed you, brother. Show the people. Show the people. We just healed you. We just healed this brother. He was blind. See, you guys, the Lord ain't dealing with you because you guys ain't out here healing folks. You guys don't got spiritual power like us. The Lord ain't dealing with you like he's dealing with us. All praises, though. They would be saying that. Am I lying? Because you see it right now. Am I lying? That's why the title says Judas has spiritual power. And look what happened to him, bro. It don't matter what the hell you doing. You feel me? I mean, it does matter, but we're going to get into the scriptures and we're going to show how you should go about it. All righty. Hold on. Leave studio. Every time I get on this thing, I'll be forgetting how to use it. Okay, here we go. All right, let's pop off with Matthew 10. We're going to show Judas how he had spirit. We're going to prove that he was working with something. Watch this. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 1. And when he called unto him his 12 disciples, so it's talking about Christ, Yahushua, right? He called the 12 disciples. He gave them power against unclean spirits. So that's the 12 disciples. So they all have power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Let's jump to verse 8. And let's start at 7. And as you go preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So he told them to go preach, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead. So they was raising the dead, right? So this is all the stuff Judas was doing. Cast out devils, freely have you received, freely give. You see some brothers be charging, but freely you receive, freely you give. Let's double down on it. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 1. Let's get Luke account. Then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and to cure diseases, and sent them to preach the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. So as you can see, Judas had spiritual power, right? Which is more than any of us walking today. We none of us today has this. So the point is, he was moving with spiritual power and he failed, right? So just because, like, look, I seen this brother. No, let me get these scriptures real quick before I tell my story time. Let's go to James. Let's go to the book of James. And what the hell, the book of James? Chapter 4, verse 16. But now you rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. It says all such rejoicing is evil. And boastings, and your boastings, right? Me. We did this, we did that. We them guys. We them niggers. My leader this, my leader that. Okay. Cause look, I seen this brother. I mentioned his brother a couple weeks ago. He was just telling me right when I seen him, bam, another Israelite brother. Shalom, King. Blah, 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 right? He was like, bro. He was like, bro, I've been to Africa like 6 times teaching this gospel. But it was just like, it felt like he was just trying to rub it in, right? Instead of, you should have, we was going like, so you could say like this, like Christ, which I'm going to show you some scriptures where when he did stuff, he would say, go tell nobody. Or wasn't the time to tell, he would wait. Like, bro, we was going to get to that. We was going, I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, bro, what's good? Show them what you been up to. Then you could be like, hey, look, bro, I just been traveling. But that's the first thing he said. Bam! Mind you, this brother don't be doing nothing locally. So you mean to tell you went to damn Africa, but you ain't did nothing locally. But the spirit behind it, you could tell he's trying to like one up you, which is a work of the flesh, immolation, right? She said, Con, I've noticed can't boast him. Makes me, yeah, it just be like, wow. Like I seen, and I seen some brothers the other day. I be paying attention. I be watching. I be watching brothers. I tune in. I'm seeing brothers talking about, yeah, we was down at the border. I think I just said this earlier, but he was like, yeah, we was down at the border and we fed them. It wasn't for us. Talking about, you remember the Haitians? They was down there. The Levites, they was down there, and they got like, I think they was in the Mexican border or something. But like, yeah, we went down there, we fed them. Wasn't for that, they would have dropped dead. Or that's all you, every other word is us. We did this. We did that. We did this. Bro, I went to Africa. Bro, I taught for 28 hours in a row. Brother say you taught for 28 hours in a row. Brother, we got schools all over the place. We got this, we got that. It's like, okay, all praises. Bro, we are on the same team. That's another thing. I'm gonna get that scripture too with Shalom Neff, Shalom family from the plantation, put a meal at a hole there. The precept about the regarding the Shabbat. Hold on. Right, hold on. What'd you say? Hold on. Look, we all on the same team, bro. Watch this. Damn. Look, this is how I feel with that. And we're gonna get it about respect of persons too, though. We're gonna talk about respect of persons. Hold on, let me get this script real quick. I'll be right back. We're gonna share the screen. Cause look, before I forget my point I was trying to make. So look, we all on the same team, but this is the spirit they're rolling in. 1 Samuel 18, let's start at 6. And it came to pass that they came when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played, and said, Saul hath slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. So look, they on the same team, slaying Hamites left and right. David killed a little bit more, but we on the same team. Verse 8. And Saul was very wroth. This is the spirit brothers be rolling in. They mad. If you got more views, if you got more people in your camp, or if people like you more, or whatever the case, they get mad. But we're in the same team. And the saying displeased him. And he said, like, see the saying displeased him. Say if brothers or sisters or the Israel is liking, say we got brothers in a camp video and everybody's favoring one brother, and the other brothers reading the comment, they're like, ain't nobody saying nothing about me. They were saying something about G-Bar. Man, I don't like this. Bro, I've seen it happen in real. I've seen this. You know, that's why the things written before time are written for our learning. So we're supposed to read our book, our Bible, comb through this book, and pull these stories out and fit them to our life, and be able to, use discernment and use skill with this. Because you see this right now. I've seen it. I know y'all seen it. You got probably, I had this happen to you. Somebody's mad because you getting the glory. So look, Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the king? He said, man, he might as well just be the king. This dude's he's a sucker, right? And look, let's get verse 9. And Saul eyed David from that day forward. You know how what that mean? He was like this. He was like, He was looking at him like they said, this nigga, I'm about to get this nigga. I'm about to line him up. Hold on, let's see 10. I think 10 might be something good too. Hold on. And it came to pass on the morrow, see, that the evil spirit from God came upon Saul. See, he was rolling in the evil spirit in the flesh. He was rolling in the flesh, and the evil spirit hopped on him. And he prophesied in the midst of the house. See, he got the evil spirit on him. He's still prophesying. So you be seeing these brothers, they still be bringing it out, but they got an evil spirit on them. That's why you got to know them by their what? By their fruits. rotten fruits. And David played with his hand at as at other times, and there was a javelin in Saul's hand. So that's all we want. But he eyed him from that day. He said, I'm gonna get this Negro. Right? They hating. So, brothers be rolling that envy spirit, trying to one up, one up each other. Bro, I fasted 5 days. Or we went to camp every day this month. Or I put out more videos, or it's all type of wickedness. This stuff that's why the thing that like Gorilla Hebrew said, even though I know a lot of brothers getting on his ass when he was talking about what he said, he said brothers is cosplaying, and brothers really is playing, they're playing church. This had became a damn circus out here, Let me see something. Okay, look at this Proverbs real quick. Every other word, we them niggers, we them guys, my leader, my bishop, my general, my captain, my dude, my book. I'd be like, these brothers is wicked, bro. You just seen what we read. All boasting is evil. All, not some, because there's a time and a place for everything. Look, Proverbs 27:1. No, I don't want 1. I want 2. Even though they say boast. But we don't want that part. Let another man praise thee and not thy own mouth. A stranger and not thy own lips. So let's take the brother with the Africa thing. Like, bro, that would have came out, I would have, like I said, even if I didn't ask, it might not came out right then and there. Somebody else might have pointed it out to me, or I would have saw you the next time, or I might have saw it on YouTube or something. Like, oh, look at the bro, he's in Ghana, and I would see, oh, bro, that's what's up. Oh, keep it going, but not right when I seen him smack, bro. And then how I was evil, because he started talking about the brothers, Zion and ABL, like, because they going through whatever they going through, oh yeah, what happened to them? Where they at? Yeah. See, I know it. See, I know it. I mean, I'm doing my thing. I'm in Africa. See, so it's like, he's happy at the brother's downfall, and try to uplift himself, make himself as one mighty one, right? But let another man praise you. About the Haitians, the Levites, if nobody recognized you fed them, it don't matter. It don't matter. Because see, brothers let's get another script. This is what they be doing. John 12:43. For they loved the praise of men more than the praise of Yahweh, more than the praise of God. For they love the praise of men more than the praise of God. So that's why you do that. You want to be praised by men, right? You want to be praised by men. Look, let me show you something about King David. 1 Samuel 17. So when King David was about to beat down the dirty Hamite, the dirty African Goliath, I believe he was like 12 years old, right? I believe he was like 12. Let me see. It says, and David was the youngest and the 3 eldest. Let me see. I think he was like 12, bro. But look, he ended up like, man, let me fight this African. Let me fight this Hamite. Saul was, look, what we're gonna read. We're gonna read 33. He said, and Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against the Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth. He said, you're a little boy. Saul said, you're a little boy. And he a man of war from his youth. So he's like, boy, sit your ass down. Saul says, David, sit your ass down. You about to get your ass beat. Right? It was David. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep. See, look, he said, hold on. He said, hold on. He said, man, I've been doing my thing. Thy servant, I kept my father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out the flock. See, now he's saying what he did, but he's not boasting. This is the right time to say it, because he's like, yo, you better check my resume. Now, obviously, David wasn't going around telling people this, going around like, hey, I knocked the lion out, just like these brothers. They would, if they for one of these, like this spirit we're talking about, because that's all this is, spirit of brothers. The spirit we're talking about, say if they did this, if they had a sheep and they got the lion, put the lion in the headlock and beat him, snapped his neck, they would get on their phone and be like, look at this lion, I just snapped his neck, boy, don't mess with me. So everybody will already know, like, oh, bro, he wild, he just snapped the lion's neck. But obviously, David, he ain't tell nobody this, because he's humble, right? He's humble. He just did what he's supposed to do. Because the if you believe in the Most High, it's going to get out at the right time if it's need be. So look, let's see. So and David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. So he's telling Saul this story. He's like, look, man, watch. I'm gonna put you up on game. And I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And mind you, he's a little boy right here, a young. What do you call him? For thou art but a youth. Okay, back to 35. And he arose against me, and I caught him by his beard. So he said he snatched the lion by his mane. He probably twisted it up. Wait, it's snatched. So it's a grown lion. It's not no cub or nothing, right? It got a mane, a beard, and smote him and slew him. Thy servant, look, 36. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. He said, man, I beat the lion and the bear. Who is doing that? Right? And this uncircumcised Philistine, he said, this dirty little African over here, this dirty Hamite over here shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defied the armies of the living God. Right? So let's read 37. It's getting good. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, because he said, the Most High did that, looked out for me, and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this dirty, stinking Philistine. And Saul said unto David, he like, damn. He the way he painted the picture, he like, damn, the little homie, man, he really doing his thing. So Saul was like, unto David, go and the Lord be with you. He said, or with thee. He said, hey, do your thing, man. And then, this story, hey, this is a good story. It's one of my favorite chapters too. But we gotta read that another day. But yeah, Saul's like, man, go do your thing. Because, but so he wasn't boasting right here. He was just like, hey, that was the right time to say it. It will come out, and at the right time. If you're doing your thing, somebody like if you feeding the Levites at the border, a couple years down the line or something, somebody may be like, it might somehow it's gonna come out. They're gonna be like, man, no, I seen them brothers doing it right there. them brothers was only brothers, or them Levites you fed might make a video or something, be like, man, nobody was looking out for us. These brothers came down these trucks and they fed us, man. Shout out to them brothers, man. And then now you got the glory. I mean, all glory goes to the Most High. But yeah, now it got out. You know? You feel me? Hold on. Andrea, Shalom, happy Sabbath. King David was just responding to Saul, says, "We're right." He was just responding. You know? Brothers be wanting that glory. All right, let's get back. Back. Let me get Psalms. So as we seen King David, it came out at the right time. Hold on, let's go to Psalm. Let's get Yahushua real quick. So we got King David's characteristic, right? A man after the Most High's own heart. Let's see how the Messiah moved. Mark 140. I'm going to talk properly. The book of Mark, chapter 1 and verse 40. And there came a leper to him, beseeching him and kneeling. Yeah, hold on. The damn thing fell off. It's about to catch on fire. Satan trying to catch the crib on fire. Hold on. Satan trying to catch the crib on fire. Hold on real quick. The damn incense fell. Satan was mad. He's like, man, you taking away you trying to teach them about boasting. I want them to boast. He dropped the damn incense on the damn ground. About to catch on fire, trying to burn G-Bar up in this joint. Hold on. Trying to burn. Then trying to knock out my plug. Hold on. Satan's trying to get me. All right. Let's get back. Okay. Mark chapter 1, before we was rudely interrupted by Satan, we're going to get back into this thing. The book of Mark chapter 1, verse 40. And there came a leper to him, beseeching him, and kneeling down to him, and saying unto him, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. Right? And Jesus moved with compassion. Yahushua moved with compassion, put forth his hand and touched him, and saith unto him, I will be thou clean. Okay. As soon as he had spoken, immediately the leprosy departed from him, and he was cleansed. So Christ cleansed him, right? And he straightly charged him. Like me, he was like, hey, man, look, man, your ass is clean. And forthwith sent him away. He sent them away and saith unto him, see thou say nothing to any man. He said, hey, bro. He said, look, you're clean. You don't look like no damn Edomite no more with that leprosy. He said, say unto him, see thou say nothing to any man. He said, don't say nothing, but go thy way, show thyself to the priest. He said, just handle your business. You gotta go to the priest and offer for thy cleansing those things which Moses commanded for a testimony unto them. So he's like, man, just don't even say nothing. A brother today is gonna be like, bro, he gonna film it. Or we could take the brother. We're gonna take both. We're gonna take a brother in this generation, and we're gonna take a brother from that generation. They didn't have phones, so a brother back then would have been yelling, tell everybody, hey, make sure you tell everybody. bro. Hold on, he would grab him by the wrist. Make sure you tell everybody. He was like, hey, look. And people that, hey, look, I cleansed them. And make sure you go tell everybody that G Bar did this, okay? Okay? Or I'm gonna reverse it. I'm gonna reverse it. You feel me? So, brother, today in this generation, they could do this. They would be like, they would be like, oh yeah, let me film it. Hold on, bro. Let me put this on my Instagram. Bro, hold on, back up real quick. Put him on. Look, see this brother. You guys know this dude. See, he was looking like an Edomite earlier, just like 5 seconds ago. Now look at him. Some brother get on the comment. Oh yeah, that is what are you gonna name him? Mattheai. That's Mattheai. He was a leper. Damn. Yeah, bro. Share this. Share this. So you know. So they just show what kind of spirit brothers is in. You know. He said, "Don't say nothing to nobody." Let's get another. Mark 5. Let's see. Mark 5:41. So he cleansed the leper. Cleansed the leper. And he took the damsel by the hand and said unto her, what's her name? Oh, no, that's her. He said some he spoke in Hebrew. Hold on. He took the damsel by the hand and said unto her, Talitha, come on. Which is being interpreted, damsel, I say unto thee, arise. He said, Shazam. And straightway the damsel arose and walked, for she was of the age of 12 years. And they were astonished with a great astonishment. Right? And he charged them, he charged them straightly. Like, I mean, he was like, hey, he was a very strict and stern, mean face, playing around. And he charged them straightly that no man should know it. He said, hey, man, don't tell nobody this. And commanded that something should be given her. He said, giving her to eat. He said, don't tell nobody what I just did, but get her a meal. Remember, he told the other dude, he said, now go to the priest and handle your business. He wasn't looking for that. Once again, we're going to do both generations. Our generation and back then, he would have been like, look, I raised her up. Make sure you tell everybody. Matter of fact, put some money in my bag. Put some money in my bag before I reverse it. You know, our generation, they would have filmed it, shared it. We would have shared it to everybody. Right? Right? Let me get Psalms 94. And 4. How long shall they utter and speak hard things? And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? He's like, all the workers of iniquity boast themselves. I did this, we did that, my camp did this, we did this. You guys ain't nothing, you guys ain't doing it like us. Let's get and what is that? Galatians. The book of Galatians. 5:19. Now the works of the flesh, I'm gonna show you what spirit it comes from. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred. We could say it's hatred, sort of, variance, emulations. This is what I want. Emulations. What does emulate? It means, let's get it. I'm gonna get it on the phone. Hold on. What does it mean? Emulate. Emulation. It says emulation, effort to match or surpass a person or achievement, typically by imitation. So basically, you're trying to one up. So and now, hold on. I got the what is immolation in the Bible? In the Bible, immolation generally refers to a form of rivalry or jealousy, often stemming from a desire to surpass or equal someone else's achievement or qualities. But it can also be used in more positive sense to describe a healthy striving to imitate or equal good example. You know, we ain't talking about a good thing because it's the works of the flesh. So it's talking about trying to one up, imitate, copy somebody. Like, yeah, basically we're gonna keep it simple. Basically, you're trying to one up somebody. Like, yeah, bro, I went to, like I said, I went to Africa, or I went to camp 28 hours in a row. What are you doing? You know, you're always trying to one up. That's the works of the flesh. Oh yeah, I said respect the person. I was gonna touch on that too. I got a little story I want to tell about that. But look, I'm gonna tell it right after this so I don't forget. Um, I'm gonna tell this what I used to do when I first came into the truth. I used to go through all these. I used to read each one of these, especially like the ones like had very like words like variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies, envying, murder, drunkenness. I used to do each one, and I used to look up the definition like I just did. Boom, and be honest with yourself. Be like, damn, am I rolling in that? Like you'll read it and be like, damn, am I rolling in that? Do I do that? Do I be trying to one up brothers? Variance means you're always the opposite. Like you know how like you be like, I like chicken. Like, bro, you want to get some chicken? Bro, be like, no, I want to get some steak. You be like, okay, let's get steak. No, I want to get some chicken. It's like, damn, this dude's tricky. Like he always gonna be. They always gonna do the opposite of what you say, just to be at variance. That's what it means. So, you know, you got to look. I didn't say you got to, but I'm saying, you know, if you really trying to make it in this thing, you know, I behoove you to look up these definition of these words and make sure that spirit ain't on you. Cause and be honest with yourself, it is. Be like, damn, okay, I gotta fix that. I do be trying to one up brothers. Brothers, they said they went to camp 5 days in a row. I'm trying to go 6 days next week, you know? And you're doing it in the wrong spirit. You're doing it just trying to one up the brother. Hold on, let's get this real quick. Philippians. Then I'm gonna do the respected person because I feel like I'm about to forget. 2 in Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife. It says, let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. So that's what you will be trying to do. You'll be doing it off of vainglory. I'm about to go to camp 6 days this week. Then I could go back and like, look, bro, I went to camp 6 days. And everybody's like, dang, went to 6 days. They high-fiving you. It's vainglory. But in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. I'm like, damn, bro, you did fire. All praises, bro. You know, just be humble. And if you do go to camp 7 days in a row or whatever you did, you fast 7 days, 8 days, do it lowly. You feel me? Do it with humbleness. It might come out one day, you know, and you shouldn't be looking, but stuff comes out. You know, you all could be talking. Somebody like, man, bro, how many days have you fasted? And it's like, oh yeah, then one time, like a couple years ago, I fasted like 10 days in a row. They're like, damn, you know, but just don't do it for the vainglory and strife. Now, the respected persons, I want to tell you guys this story. Kind of wicked and it's funny. So look, this brother, this is probably like 2016, like in my beginning stages, right? So this brother, we used to study together, and I used to have these damn flashcards, right? This is when I had flashcards, you know, trying to remember precepts and you know just doing all the the beginning stages stuff. So brother, he hit me up. he was like, hey, he's like, he wanted some study, what do you call it? Some study, I'm just gonna say tactics, like some stuff to help you, like, bro, how you be studying? Da, da, da. And I was like, oh yeah, sometimes I go to Bible Hub and I use comparative text. Like, I think we was reading the book of Sirach, and all that old English stuff kind of could throw you off, right? So he was like, how do you I told him, I said, bro, you could go to like Bible Hub and you could read like every, like the NIV, CB, all different translation, and it kind of gives you like a more how we talk, like it's not old English, and you could kind of, you got discernment, they be trying to throw you off with some things, but it's like basically like you could have discernment on it. But he was like, oh no, you shouldn't be doing that, you gotta stick with KJV only, brother, you going off. Right? But see, at this time I knew the person, one of his elders, I seen him doing it, even though I didn't get it from his elder. I was doing it anyways. Like I would look at each like an NIV, CB, all different type. You could read. You could go to Bible Hub. And you could read all the different verses, and you could compare it to that old English. But anyways, so I'm looking at the brother. I mean, we actually on the phone together. I think it's like a FaceTime or some shit like that. Excuse my language. We don't like FaceTime. So look, um, I didn't say nothing at the time because I knew this brother that he looked up to does it too. So I'm like, see, this dude, he don't even know the dude he looked up to does it. And then it came out like probably like a week and a half later where the dude did it like openly. And I know he seen the dude do it. So then I went back, I said, bro, you see your dude does it. And he was like, he was like, oh yeah. I mean, that's actually a good thing. I mean, I see now I see some actually, it actually makes sense. But I said, oh, now it makes sense. It makes sense when I was doing it though 2 weeks ago. But it makes sense that your man's doing it. So, that's respect of persons, which is a wicked spirit too. And a lot of brothers got that spirit on them too. Respect the persons. It's okay if your man's do it that you look up to, but when I did it, it was, oh no, man, you going off, brother. And it's not even like this is years later. It was literally like a week later. And at the time that he said it, the dude was already doing it. I just didn't say nothing. I could have busted him up right there. I could have been like, hold on, bro. Your dude does this. Look. But, me being humble, G-Bar. I was like, oh, let me not say nothing. The brother got spirits on him. And you always, brothers, if somebody got a spirit on them, you just don't. Sometimes you just give them time to grow. Young in the truth. Sometimes you give them time to grow. Because if I would have said something, he would have probably. No, even though if I would have said, he couldn't say nothing. He was stuck, right? He was stuck. But yeah, that's my respected person story with the brother. To sum it up, I was doing something. The brother said, "Oh, I'm going off by doing that." But the dude he look up to is doing it, and then when he find out the dude that he look up to is doing it, he says, "Oh yeah, that's in the spirit, brother." He said that, but yeah, but 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, I was wicked as hell. Crazy. Let me see some of these comments. Crazy. Shallow. Happy Sabbath. Hey man, don't let nobody trick you guys on no Sabbath, man. Don't let nobody trick you. Please don't. Nobody confuse you or none of that. Because you got to understand, you're always going to see. Look in this walk. You always going to see somebody causing division, confusion. It's always going to be like that. Always. And they're going to be charismatic. They're going to be, it's going all that, we know the saying, everything that, what they say, all that glitter ain't gold. Yeah, everything that's glitter is not gold. And it says, follow not a multitude to do evil. Just because a lot of people may go that way. Remember, what it say, Matthew 7, it says, the straight and narrow path and broad goes to destruction, so be careful. Don't let nobody rock you out this truth, man. Don't let nobody rock you. Please don't. Please don't. Shawan says, "You great? Would you believe I found the guys who stole my trailer and pulled their guns at me several times? Crazy dude was tweaking and could have twitched and shot me. Who? Somebody stole your car, bro? Just like that, boasting now. Yeah, what happened to Jose? You guys say he got somebody stole his joint. Who's Jose? So glad I'm trying to protect you. It's all right. I'm 6'6", so hold on. It's all right. I'm 6'6", so it makes sense why they will pull guns out on me. I had de-escalation training, so this really didn't bother me. But accidents happen. All praise you. What tribe you from, bro? Jose Andres Prado Sierra. They hustling like stealing the streets instead of the hard stuff they use in the Bible, just like Hey, you nailed it. Just like it reminded me, just like the Christian church, man. Just like the Satan has entered the Israelite community. Beware, beware. They wanted to shoot my brother, but I had to step in. Where you from? Jose, Cali? One up, competitive spirit for bad. Yep. Right, one up is right. Contrary to what you want. Con. Mark 16, where it says about fasting, as you stated, not to boast. Yeah, this right here. I was just thinking that too, though. Like somebody fasting, they'd be like, oh, they looking all sad and stuff, all tired. And you like, damn, bro, what's wrong with you? Oh man, I'm just fasting, man. My third day. What did it say? What did we saying? Damn. Poor me. Yeah, woe is me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. No, like that Eeyore spirit from Winnie the Pooh. Oh me, oh poor. I'm gonna use myself. Poor G bar. Poor me. I'm fasting 3 days, brother. I'm just fasting. You know, you're wicked as hell, bro. You know, we gotta watch these spirits. That's why it's written throughout the script. See, the sis pulled it. The spirits is out here. We're rebuking the spirit because you see the boasting spirit. For real. Did he correct the brother? Did he correct? Are you talking about the brother with the that was doing when we had the flashcards? Nah, I don't think if you're talking about that, the story I just told, no. The brother that was doing it, the elder brother that the brother was looking up to, he never knew that he. How can I put it? Okay, the brother that was that basically tried to check me. He was in my city, and the person that he looked up to, we didn't know him. We watched him on YouTube, or he watched him on YouTube, and so he didn't know. We don't know. So he just seen on YouTube that the brother was doing that, and then I knew he seen the class, so I was like, bro, he just did what you was telling me I was wicked. So no, he didn't. He didn't know. He's so funny. He said, but 2 weeks ago I was wicked as hell. For real. That's how you know though. It's a spirit. He's a respected person. 2 weeks ago I was wicked as hell. The brother was like, he went to go tell other brothers and stuff. He's like, yeah, this brother going off, man. This brother looking at he trying to compare. This brother bugging out, because you can, like, I mean, okay, say if you reading the NIV, the only thing that's in there is they take out the color scriptures, and I think they Deuteronomy, they try to say we sold ourselves and stuff. But other than that, it'll say it speaks more how we speak today. So, if you ain't no dummy, you can have discernment on when they trying to bamboozle you. Be like, oh, nah, hell no, they trying to get me to believe in some damn Edomites or some doctrine or some damn what's it called? Greek mythology or something like that. But unlike something like, let me see. I'm just gonna take a script. Give me a script. We're gonna go to we're gonna pull Psalm something. Let's go to Psalms 101 and 2 Bible Hub. It says, we're gonna read the KJV first. It says, I will behave myself wisely and in a perfect way. See, look, this is how it looks. I don't know if y'all can see it. Damn, it looks like a glare. But basically, it says like, it's a damn glare. You see how I say KJV, then say New King James, then it says something else. But okay, so I'm reading the KJV. I will behave myself wisely. This is all I was telling the brother. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way. Oh, when wilt thou come unto me? I will walk within my house with a perfect heart. Now let's read the NIV. I will be careful to lead a blameless life. When will you come to me? I will conduct the affairs of my house with a blameless heart. Now the KJV said, I will behave myself wisely. In the NIV, it says, I will be careful to lead a blameless life. It's kind of the same thing. So all I said to the brother was, that's how I've been. Sometimes I'll do that when I'm reading. He's like, oh, brother, you going off. Wicked as hell. Then his teacher or the person he look up to is doing the same thing. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's actually dope. You can do that. You should do that. Damn, demon. Boy, you got to respect the person, brother. They stole my work trailer, but I found them 1 year later. I'm from Issachar, but who really knows? Okay. I'm in Sacktown. Okay, from Sacramento. All praises, brother, that you're good. It's Sabbath. You here? It seems like you said you 6'6". You probably you knocking Negroes out, right? You said they put the thing out on you, and you still managed to get up out of there. All praises. All praises. That's why I don't watch a lot of camps. I used to watch. I'm tired of the boasting and always saying the elders wrong. Right. See, I don't know where it starts, sis. It's like, damn, it's like the boasting is crazy. It's crazy. It's like you be trying to, like, you might see a cool little topic or something, and you going in there boasting, and you fast forward through it, and it's still boasting. You like, damn, brother. I will check to see if the lunar Sabbath keepers try to sell their products on our Sabbath. Oh, they do. They do. I remember. That's why I remember. I was never a fan of this either. I remember I was doing these unity camps, and it was one brother out of the group. He was off that lunar Sabbath stuff, and we was teaching in front of this store. And the brother walked in the store. I don't think some of the brothers knew that he was on that, but the brother walked in the store and just bought some damn, I think it was some Starbucks or something, and came out and brothers looking, and then I'm like, see, that's why we can't be mixing with brothers with too far off of a doctrine like that, because that looks bad. We keeping the Sabbath like how we keeping it. He's lunar, but we all teaching. What if somebody, matter of fact, not what if, a brother's gonna walk up and we're gonna be like, bro, it's the Sabbath day. Or what if he's teaching? He's like, no, it's not the Sabbath day, it's lunar Sabbath. And we're like, nah, brother. Now we're like, nah, we're going at it. Now the brother's like, what are you niggas ain't even on the same prayer? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You know, so that don't work like that. And then why don't the lunar, why they always teach on our Sabbath? Do they teach on their Wednesday? Do they teach on their Tuesday? Why you always teach on our Sabbath day? You know, I noticed that all the brothers that say they teach or that off that, they teach on our Sabbath day still, but you don't see them out teaching on their Sabbath day. You don't see them out on Tuesday. You know, all it is a spirit. It's a spirit. They want to still stay in the world. They want to club. They want to, like right now, they don't want to have to shut it down on a Friday. And, you know, they want to turn up, you know? So, you know, that's all where it comes from. You ain't fooling us. Sound like the real Wild Wild West brother. Jose. Yeah, he sound like getting down out there. He said they tried to truck driver? Okay, I prefer off top, sis, the KJV. Off top. Off top. But like I said, like in Iraq, I mean, I already explained it. Off top, the KJV, but you know, you can compare the text. Like, look, I'm gonna show you where. Let me show you this. Acts 13:1. I'm gonna show you where them books come in handy. I'm gonna just go on here. I'm just gonna pull it up so you guys can see it. Hold on, let's do something real quick. Let me see. All right, now look at this. This is where it's good to use the Bible Hub. See now look. Let's go to KJV. Now there were in the church. So say if you're teaching in the street about Niger or nigger. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets that the teachers at Barnabas and Simeon that was called nigger. And then the brother like, don't say nigger, I say Niger. And you be like, now you go to the NIV. Now in the church at Antioch, there were prophets and teachers, Barnabas and called, no, hold on, it's not the NIV, I think it's NLT. Yeah, look, NLT. Among the prophets and teachers of the church at Antioch of Syria were Barnabas, Simeon, called what? The black man. The black man. See? Now, that's where I would use it. That's a good way to use it because now it cuts them because they said it's called, we saying that's nigger. Means black. They're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Then you like, all right, let's go to NLT. It says called, it don't say nigger, it says the black man. Right? What I think another one might say that. Let's see. Now they all say nigger. Nigger, they all say nigger. But the only one that say black man is this one. NLT. The NLT says black man. So that's what I'm saying. You can see that's all I'm saying, sis. I'm saying you could use it like that because you slicing and dicing. You slicing and I'm back. I don't know what happened, bro. They try to kick me out when I was bringing it out. They tried to kick me out when I was bringing it out. But yeah, sis, that's all. Yeah, we KJV off the top, off the back, off the back. I'm not gonna lie. Some people here in the Bay Area are really big into crime. Hey, I ain't forgot the title. We're gonna get back on it. Hold on, I'm just trying to connect with y'all. I'm gonna what do you say? I'm not gonna lie. In the Bay Area are really big into crime because cops don't do nothing. You can shoplift for 900. Con, they do that. They do that out here too. Tisa, like you already said, which made so much sense. They don't want to keep Saturday Shabbat because it gives them an excuse to the party. To the party. You damn right, sis. Something to think about. Yeah. It's convenience. It's convenience. They because the brothers used to keep the one we keep. A lot of them brothers used to keep what we keep, but it was eating the money. They're like, damn, it was a burden. It's like, man, and then somebody came, Satan came along, like, hey man, lunar Sabbath, you can have your Saturdays, and it only fall on a Saturday once in a blue moon. You could kick it most of the time, even though when your lunar Sabbath come, you're still going to kick it anyways, because nobody knows it's on your Tuesday. Nobody knows. Them brothers don't even be keeping their Sabbath. Like when it fall on Tuesday, they don't be keeping that joint. Cause nobody know. I'm trying to tell. I seen it with my own eyes. I seen brothers transition to that, and then they still ain't even keeping that because like nobody knows your Sabbath change every week, I think, or every month. It's some weird stuff. So it's like nobody knows, so nobody can't really call you out. Like, bro, ain't your Sabbath day? Why you at KFC, bro? But our Sabbath, everybody gonna know. Like, hold on, brother, what you doing? But theirs, you're not. You know, that's all they ain't fooling nobody. And then Misery Love Company, all they want to take you down with them. Like, yeah, push it so more you guys can come trying to, that's all it is. It's all it is. It's all it is. In actuality, it would benefit the flesh for all of us to keep it that way. It seems like that. I mean, I'm not saying. I'm saying like if we was wicked, it's more harder or more disciplined to keep it our way. Their way, you're just weak, and you just had an itchy ear, and you're just just ain't cut. That boasting is getting really bad these last days. I tune out and change channel. Me too. Click. Sis, Tisa, I'd be like, click. Because I be listening to like current events, like, bro, like something might go on. Say, for instance, it'd be like an earthquake or some war stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, let me catch up on that. Let me see what your brother talking about or whatever, and they're straight boasting. Click. Or I might fast forward it. They should have respect. They should have respect as that it's disrespectful to coerce someone to buy. Yeah, they're trying to take your spirit, sis. That's why I'm saying more folks pay attention to our Sabbath. Right? Even the wicked knows that. The wicked, I'm talking about the people in the world, they know the Sabbath. If you talk to like somebody in the world, they'll think it's Sunday. They'll like, oh yeah, it's Sunday. It's the first day of the week. It's Sunday. And you be like, no, yeah, they did. They always say Sunday. They think it's Sunday. But you be like, no, it's Saturday. Oh yeah, okay. You show them. Even they have a certain type of sense of when the Sabbath is. Nobody ain't gonna know about no damn lunar tick moon and some weird ass transition days and bro, hell no. Hell no. That's why I call it the lunar tick Sabbath. Besides, do more sin and folks die. Exactly. Besides, do more sin and folks die in the weekend on the real Sabbath day. That's why they should be inside studying the word. Right, right. I work construction. You know how we do, King. I use my trailer for hauling materials and delivery, etc., 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 etc. They even had a place called Negro Land on the map. Right. Yep. Negro Land. Negro Land. And you guys got the comment. Hold on. I'm gonna read a couple more. I'm gonna get back on these scripts. Oh, what happened? It's crazy. Friday shit seems like more temptation and sin is committed. Hold on. Okay, let me get back into some of these scripts, man. Into the Judas had spiritual power, and look what happened. So basically, what we're saying in this context is Judas, he was doing things none of us was doing today, right? And he was wicked, right? And ended up hanging himself. So just because right now, you know, you're traveling all over the world, or you're teaching, I don't know, if you're doing mighty works, right? But you're not humble with it. Watch this. Hold on. Let's get Ecclesiastes. Seven and eight. Because remember, this is not a race. It's more of a marathon. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So that's where we talk about the tortoise and the hare. You know, that rabbit was running. It looked like it was gonna win. We're gonna use the metaphor as he's doing all the works, doing all the mighty works. Judas was doing all the mighty works. But what was his end? And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. The proud in spirit is going to boast. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at me. We're nobody like us. The Lord is using us the most. We got spiritual power. We healing people. He's not blind no more. Come here, brother. Come here. Pull the brother. Show him. Look, he can see. See, he can see. You guys ain't doing that. That's a proud spirit. And they're gonna have a bad end. Watch this. Let's get second address. Let's get second address. Damn, that's what I want. Glory, no. I ain't even gonna get that script. Cause I don't really even. No, I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Glory. Oh, it's in Iraq, 9/11. My fault. I said second address. It's in Iraq. So look, so when they doing all that boasting, you don't. It's a test for you too. You don't get jealous of that. You don't get jealous of that. You know, Let's go. Second Esdras, Sirach 9 and 11. Watch this. Envy not the glory of a sinner. Envy not the glory of a sinner. I'm doing it. I'm better than you, bro. That's basically what they're saying. They might even just say, bro, I'm better than you. You ain't ish. I'm better than you. So it says, envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. Now, I'm quite sure Judas, just imagine, let's go back. Let's time travel real quick. Let's time travel. Let's go back to the Judas back then. Let's dig into his life real quick. I'm quite sure Judas had some cousins, homies, some little followers that are like, man, Judas out there doing his thing. I follow Judas. I'm quite sure Judas, he was wicked. I'm quite sure he was boasting on the side. He's like, yeah, man, I'm walking with the Messiah, and we're doing this and that. I got the bag. He had the bag that I'm stealing out of, and he probably had brothers jealous of him. But hey, it's an envy, not the, what did it say? What the hell did that say? Envy, not the glory of a sinner. Let me read it from this. See, I don't know what, I got thrown off, man. Oh, it says envy. It got a U. So envy not the glory of a sinner. So don't envy him. So he's out there healing people. Don't get jealous. Don't envy him. For thou knowest not what shall be his end. He ended up hanging himself, and he fell and he bust open. That's why I said better is the end of the thing than the beginning. So his beginning, he was doing his thing, but he ended up dying, hanging himself. So look, verse 12. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember they should not go unpunished unto their grave. Con. Yeah. How you don't honor your own belief? Yeah, how you don't honor it? Cause it's to shake you out your tree. Look, like I told you guys last week about this brother from 2018, and he came up with the morning Sabbath. The sunrise to sunrise Sabbath. He never believed. He came out literally like 2 years later, and he came out and he said, I never believed that. I just was trying to, he said it straight up. He said, I was just trying to cause some confusion. The brother said it straight up. In 2018, the brother knocked off like 300 plus people and counting. And I know like probably like 10, 11 of them personally. I know like 10 or 11 of them personally. And he had 70 precepts, 70 of why the day starts at sunrise. 70. But he was twisting. He was good. He was twisting this stuff. And it was just funny to watch because I seen right through it, but a lot of brothers were like, nah, man, it making sense. Say precept by precept, right? They got rocked. And then he comes out. He never kept it. He never kept the sunrise to sunrise. And he came out like 2 years later and was like, man, he showed where he got it from. He got it from an Edomite on YouTube, and the Edomite had all the precepts. And he was like, yeah, I never believed this stuff. That's how dumb you guys are. And that's what happened. True story. And I'm just looking like, damn, it's the same spirit. They don't keep that. They just trying to, like, it's like a misery loves company. It's like they're mad because they don't have the spirit that you guys have to keep going. So they're just jealous. It's kind of like Cain. What Cain do in the beginning? He hated his brother. He's mad that he didn't want to sacrifice right. So he smacked him upside the head. It says they're envious of the righteous, right? So they want to try to shake you up. That's all it is. And once you can see that and accept that, because it gets harder as you move on in this truth, because it's not going to be obvious. I mean, it's obvious, but it's going to be people you like. It might be somebody you like. It might be your spouse. It might be your homie. It might be your cousin. It might be, they're going to flip. They're not programmed to keep going. So they're going to be like, man, sis, I think we can wear pants. Like brothers say, dreadlocks is a heathen custom, but women wearing pants is not a heathen custom, when we know that is a heathen custom. But women wearing pants is beneficial to them, because they want to look at that cake that the girls got. They want to look at the cake. They don't know that clothes put a spirit on you. Clothes put a spirit on you. If you got a doctor suit on, or a damn police suit, or if you got pants on, you're gonna be damn masculine. And then you can look, these sisters, they be having these tight ass pants on, and I thought you're supposed to be modest. I mean, that's a whole nother topic, man. What happened to focusing on bidding to the marriage? It seems like some camps are more focused on talking negative than other camps falling. Right. Yep. F him, look at me. F him, look at me. Did the Messiah do that? No. He didn't do that. Did David do that? No. Psalm 37. 1, 2 also. I knew a morning to morning person. I knew a morning to morning person also, but I'm like, I would respect you more if you at least did it. So you're saying, hold on, Grace. Are you saying the morning to morning person you knew, they didn't even keep it? Are we seeing a pattern here? If that's what you're saying. But they were trying to teach it to you, to all it is a demon trying to shake you out the tree. Oh no. Yeah, bro. The dude pulled, because I don't like name dropping, but I wish I could, show you guys the brother. You guys might know him, but he pulled the Edomite up. Or was it him? Or it might have been somebody else. Either was it him, I think it was him, or somebody else. But he had the scriptures lined to say he had 70 scriptures. He had them lined up, and it was an Edomite. Edomites, they be teaching a lot of these doctrines, and it'd be hella old. Like, you look on YouTube, it'd be like from 12 years ago and stuff. Like the Old Testament only. That's an Edomite Amalek doctrine. That's a you wish doctrine, because they don't believe in Christ, so that's their doctrine. A lot of these doctrines be from Edomites. Edomites, they're wicked as hell. They be digging through our Bible and making stuff up, and just like the Trinity, all that stuff is Edomite stuff. You look back, they be teaching that stuff, and some Negro, he takes it, he might remix it a little bit, and he put some flavor on it, and then he deliver it to y'all, and then now you eating it up. But a lot of them doctrines from Edomites, man, because they're wicked. These folks be selling their soul for a bag and to allow the ish to stay up like in Esther. If we sin against our God, then it will be our wrong. Yeah. I think that's in Judas 8. If we sin, like our kryptonite. Sin is our kryptonite. They didn't keep it. See? They didn't keep it. They never do. Grace, they never do. They'll teach it or say it to you, but they never do it. I noticed that's a pattern. Well, that's a pattern. Con taking books away. Con Judas. God, that's one of my favorite scripts. Sis, I think it's like Judas 8, I believe, or 5. I think it might be Judas 5. But yeah, yep. Sis got them scripts. Let me get that Psalms 37 she pulled. You know, if y'all got a script, man, I'll pull it. You know, sis be coming out with the scripts. Psalm 37, she said 1 and 2. A Psalm of David. Fret means worry. See, hey, we could go to Bible Hub. Let me go. Hold on. Let me get Bible Hub on this. Because, see, a Negro, we might not know what fret means. Let's see what it say on this one. Real quick. This is a good example. Because I know what it means, worry. But let's say, look, the NLT says, don't worry about the wicked or envy those who do wrong. See, when I was coming up, I didn't know what fret mean, you know? So I would be like, hey, what the hell does that mean? But it means worry. So worry not. See, we don't use that word today, fret. Like you like, what if I said, Tisa, do not fret? Well, Tisa called me one day and she's like, man, she tripping over something, right? And I'm like, Tisa, don't fret. Tisa, I tell you, or we're on the phone. Tisa, do not fret. You hear me, Tisa? Do not fret. She'd be like, what, G-Bar? What the hell are you talking about? I'll be like, Tisa, it's fret. It means not worry. But anyway, so they don't worry, right? Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquities. Yeah, it goes with it. God says, bring it out. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herbs. That's a good script. I like that. I like that. Hold on. That was heavy. That was heavy. Man, hey, stuff is wild, man. Stuff is wild, bro. Tisa came with the fret. You said, Tisa, you talk about fret. Don't fret. I used fret before. Man, Grace, when did you use fret? Who did you use? I need to know this. I need to hear this story real quick. Hold up. When did you use fret? I sometimes like using words people are not familiar with. I need to hear this. She was like, do not fret, my friend. Do not fret yourself. And I know they didn't understand what the hell you were saying. But no, I just got a couple more, man. Hold on. You know, we've been cooling. You know, we just been cooling on the Sabbath day, man. We just been cooling today. What she say? She said it was in a book I read, and I was like, I'm going to use it. I know. I'm talking about where did you use it in real life? That's what I'm saying. You use the word fret in real life. That's what I'm saying. Stop fretting, big bro. G-Bar. She said, yeah. Hey, we're gonna start using it. Hey, we will never forget the word fret now. So we're gonna add that to our vocabulary. And we're gonna make the person we tell feel stupid. It's like, bro, that ain't my fault your vocabulary ain't up. You know? Yeah. Fret, dude. Fret, man. I'm gonna use that at the plantation Monday. I'm like, man, I don't know why y'all even fretting. Hey, I'm like, you guys, I don't know why you guys even fretting. We're gonna get done. Don't fret. Don't fret. You better stop fretting. Dang. I heard that word too, though, ironically, but don't fret. I never use it in person. Yeah. But look, I'm just saying the average Negro, they wouldn't know what that means. So, um, you know, you have to look that up, you know. But I'm gonna start using it though. I'm gonna start using it. We all of us will never forget this. So we'll never forget this. So we're gonna be connected for life over the word fret. Let me get this other script real quick. Damn. So we was talking about the boasting. What I want, Corinthians. All right, look. So this should be like my last script. We getting ready to wrap up. Don't fret. We getting ready to wrap up. Y'all know we've been going a while. Don't fret. We're getting ready to wrap up. So 1 Corinthians 13. What I want to start at. Don't fret. Don't fret, y'all. Don't fret in these last days. 13:2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have no charity, I am nothing. So you could be out there doing everything, but you don't got no charity, you're nothing. Verse 3. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor. No, I'm about to jump. What part I want? Let's go to 4. Let's just jump to 4. Verse 4. Charity suffer long. So this is what you want. You want to have charity, right? We read the works of the flesh earlier, Galatians 5:19, about emulation, about strife, about hatred, right? Charity suffer long and is kind. So this is what you want to look. These are the attributes you want to have. You want to suffer long. What suffer long mean? Like basically, like you're not quick to jump down to somebody's throat, and it's kind. Some of you brothers be looking mean as hell. You don't want to say shalom to him. Like, that brother look hella mean. He's all like, is he kind? Are you kind, brother? Charity envy is not. See, charity envy is not. I mean, you're not jealous of somebody. Charity vaunteth. This is what we want right here. This is like boasting. Charity vaunteth not itself, and it's not puffed up. Hold on. I'm going to read this. I'm going to do the Bible Hub on this, because it say something different. Because once again, you might not know what vaunt means. You could look it up, but watch this. What is it? 1 Corinthians 4. I'm going to read it in. Look, in the NIV, it says, love is patient. So basically, it's charity. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It does not boast. It does not boast. So all vaunt means boast. It do not boast itself. That's what we want. It is not proud. So it is not puffed up. So the people that, or the spirit that we're attacking today, they're puffed up and they're boasting. They don't have charity, because it says charity suffer long, is kind, it's not envy not, it's not, it doesn't boast, and it's not proud. Verse 5. Do not behave itself unseemly. Seek not her own. See, seek not her own. So you seeking your own. The opposite is seeking your own. I did this. We did this. We're the guys. We're the guys. We're better than you. We fed them. You know, that's seeking his own. It's not easily provoked. Like some of you guys said, I see some camp going at that camp. They're doing this. They're not doing this. See, they wouldn't be easily provoked. Thinketh no evil. Rejoice not in iniquity. Rejoice not in iniquity. Rejoice in the lunatic Sabbath. Rejoice in sunrise to sunrise. They rejoice in that. They teaching that. They pushing it. But rejoice in the truth. See, but they're not rejoicing in the truth. Bear all things, believe all things, hope all things, endure all things. They didn't endure because they was keeping the Sabbath just like us, but they couldn't endure. It was a burden. So then they start keeping it. They start like, man, I ain't gonna keep it at all. Right? I'm gonna say it's the lunatic, but I'm not even gonna keep my lunatic because nobody knows what day it is because they don't follow it, so they ain't gonna know that it's on this Tuesday. But I ain't gonna keep it anyways because they don't know because I'm wicked as hell. Charity never fail, but whether there be prophecies, we done. We done. All right, we're gonna finish it out. There be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. Yeah. Hold on. Let me put my banner on. Hold on. Let me put my Cash App. I'll be forgetting to put my Cash App. Cash App. $1. Just Israel. Money sign. 144. For those of you. Yeah, where's my final thoughts ticker? Final thoughts. Well, final thoughts is, man. Hold on, before I get to final thoughts, let me see this. I'm not going to fret anymore and pray. Like good, Mara. I'm using it all the time now. Yeah, man. We learned. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use the all the time, bro. But yeah, final thoughts. I mean, y'all. Some of y'all already knew the word fret, but we're gonna start using it more. You know, we learned a new word to add to our vocabulary. We got another wrinkle in the brain, right? What she say? I shan't be long. What does that mean? Did you see me earlier, Big G? Nah. You said I see you earlier. Where? Don't fret. I will use it. But yeah, man, final thoughts is we learned that Judas has spiritual power. He raised the dead. He cleansed the lepers. He gave sight to the blind. But he was wicked. He was with Christ on the outside, but inwardly he was not with him. Oh yeah, sis. Yeah. You didn't get my I hit you. I hit you, sis. She said, I shall not. So that's a word. Hold on, I gotta get this one more script real quick. Hold on. Because it goes with what I'm about to say. So yeah, we learned that Judas was with Christ. He was with them outwardly. He was mobbing with them. You know, they was eating together and everything, chilling. He was casting out devils, just like you see these brothers out here. They out here putting in work, right? Outwardly. But he said inwardly, brother, I don't know you. Look, 721. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that do the will of my Father which is in heaven. And we know the will, what, Psalm 40 and 8. For y'all that need that precept. Verse 22. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? We on the highways and byways, casting out devils, doing the work day in and day out, in season, out of season. And in thy name hath cast out devils. And in thy name done many wonderful works. I went to Africa 3 times in 1 month. No, yeah, what do you say? I went to Africa 3 times this year. Yeah, he said, I went to Africa 3 times this year. So we're like 6 months into this year. He said, I went to Africa 3 months this year, was out there raising up my brothers and my sisters, right? And cast out devils in the home, in the motherland. I mean, even though that's not the motherland, you know, Jerusalem, but you know, I'm cast out devils in Africa. And in thy name done many wonderful works. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. And I was feeding the Levites at the border of Mexico. And nobody else did it. I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. 24. Therefore, whosoever hear these sayings of mine and do them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. So yeah, he's gonna be like, man, I never knew you. And those are words you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear those words. You don't want to hear that. The water for the mighty and fun lesson as usual. I love you all. I'm blessings to you, and you are all praises, sis. You know, we gotta keep it lit. We can't be boring. We don't want to be boring. I was trying to tell you before you got off last time. I keep trying with the Cash App, but I still can't find it. G-Bar. What you mean you can't find it, sis? Hold on, I'm about to put it back up. Hold on, I'm gonna put it back up for you. It's right there. All you gotta do is type that in just like that. Step your. I haven't looked yet. Water. Oh yeah, sis. I sent you a message. Damn, this shit just went off. Hold on. Let me know if you got it, Andrea. Good lesson. Good lesson, King. Always a pleasure kicking it with my people. Shalom, King, Princess, G-Bar, praises. Yep, all praises to the Most High. I love y'all. Andrea, that's it right there. All praise to the Most High. Happy Sabbath. Love y'all. We had a fun time. A lot of laughter. All praise to the Most High. And with that, I'm gonna wait for 1 second. Sis, let me know if you got it. If you got it, but it's right there. Just type it in just like that. Con, I got it. I was logged on another account. Con. All praises. All right, Shalom. Till next time. All praise to the Most High. Happy Sabbath. And with that, I say shalom.